Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about introduction of international economics with MCQ, especially for UGC NET in economics. We will see what is international economics, international trade, difference between international trade and international economics. We will also see introduction of theories of international trade, balance of payment, exchange rate theories, exchange rate market, gain from trade, terms of trade, trade multiplier, tariff and non-tariff barriers, dumping, GATT, WTO, regional trade bloc, IMF and World Bank. So let's start it. What do you mean by international economics? International economics is branch of economics that study about all economic interaction between different countries, including trade, finance, investment and exchange rate policies. International economics is a branch of economics that study about all economic interaction between different countries, including trade, finance, investment and exchange rate policies. And international trade means the exchange of goods and services across international border. Don't confuse between international economics and international trade. International economics is broader concept and international trade is just part of international economics, not entire international economics. Theories of international trade mainly divided into two parts, classical theories and modern theories. Under classical theories, we will see mercantilism theory, absolute cost advantage theory, comparative cost advantage theory. Under modern theories, we will see Heckscher-Ohlin theory, or you can say the factor proportion theory, product life cycle theory, Porter's national competitive theory, country similarity theory, and global strategic rivalry theory. One by one, we will see introduction about each theory. Main point of mercantilism theory of international trade. National goal to maximize wealth and power by promoting export and reducing import. That means country should focus on increasing export and reducing import so that they can maintain a surplus balance of payment. This theory believes in zero-sum game. Zero-sum game means one country can receive benefit at the loss of other country. For example, you want to increase your export, you want to acquire your wealth through export. This is beneficial for you, but your export or import of some another country and import are harmful. So you are acquiring wealth, you are receiving wealth at the loss of some other country. It will be called zero-sum game, and this theory believe in zero-sum game. And according to this theory, government intervention are must, like tariff, quota, subsidies, to protect domestic industry and encourage export. Absolute cost advantage theory. According to absolute cost advantage theory, a country should increase production and export of those goods which they can produce cheaply as compared to other country. According to absolute cost advantage theory, a country should increase export and production of those goods which they can produce cheaply as compared to other country, and should import those goods which other country can produce cheaply as compared to them. For example, Saudi Arabia has absolute cost advantage in oil because it can extract oil at very lower cost. That's why Saudi Arabia do export of oil. Similar, China has absolute cost advantage in textile due to large low cost labor force. That's why China do export of textile. Comparative cost advantage. According to this theory, trade should be based on comparative advantage, and we can receive comparative advantage by producing goods at lower opportunity cost. According to this theory, we can achieve comparative advantage by producing goods at lower opportunity cost. That means a country should export those goods in which it has lower opportunity cost as compared to another country, and import those goods in which another country have lower opportunity cost as compared to them. Heckscher-Ohlin theory. According to this theory, international trade occurs because countries having different resources and specialities. According to this theory, international trade occurs because countries having different resources and specialities. For example, some countries are abundant in capital but they have scarcity of labor as compared to another country. That country should export capital intensive goods because they have abundance of capital. but import labor intensive goods because they have scarcity of labor. So according to this theory, international trade occurs because countries having different resources. Product life cycle theory. This theory mainly describe stages of product which a product go through in international market, and three stages are new product, mature product and standardized product. Porter's national competitive advantage. According to this theory, competitiveness in international trade depend on four factors. First is factor condition, second demand condition, third related and supporting industries, last is strategy, structure of firm and rivalry. Country similarity theory. According to this theory, international trade mostly likely to occur between countries those who having similar economic development and cultural characteristics. According to this theory, international trade most likely to occur between countries those who having similar economic development and cultural characteristics. Global strategic rivalry theory. This theory mainly focus on MNC and their effort which they make for gaining competitive advantage. This theory talks about obstacles that country face to enter in international market. These obstacles are research and development, intellectual property right and economies of scale. This theory also talks how country can gain competitive advantage, and country can gain competitive advantage through product differentiation, brand recognition and technological innovation. Balance of payment. Balance of payment is record of transaction between resident of country and foreign resident over a specific time period. Balance of payment is record of transaction between resident of country and foreign residents over a specific time period. Components of balance of payment are current account, capital account. If export exceeds than import, that means balance of payment is in surplus. If import exceeds than export, that means balance of payment is in deficit. Theories of exchange rate. Exchange rate mainly have three important theory: mint parity, balance of payment, purchasing power parity theory. According to mint parity theory, exchange rate is determined on the basis of weight of gold or silver which contain in their currency. According to mint parity theory, exchange rate is determined on the basis of weight of gold or silver which contain in their currency. According to balance of payment theory, exchange rate is determined on the basis of demand and supply for currency. According to purchasing power parity theory, exchange rate between two countries is determined by relative price of goods and services in those countries. Foreign exchange market. Foreign exchange market is a global marketplace where currencies of different countries are exchanged with each other. Gain from trade means net benefit which country can receive by exchanging goods and services with each other at international market. Terms of trade is ratio of country's export price to its import price, and this ratio mainly tells us how many unit of import country can purchase with 1 unit of export, and mainly indicate economic health of a country. Foreign trade multiplier, also known as trade multiplier or export multiplier, and foreign trade multiplier is the ratio of change in income to change in export. That means foreign trade multiplier shows how much income increase due to increase in export, and we can calculate change in income, change in export. Suppose change in export 100, due to this change in income is 500, so foreign trade multiplier is equal to 5. Tariff and non-tariff barrier. Tariff is a tax that we impose on import. Non-tariff barriers are other restriction rather than tariff that government impose to reduce import. GATT. GATT represents General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. This agreement made to minimize trade barriers. But in 1995, WTO replaced GATT, and WTO is a formal organization that regulates international trade. Regional trade blocks. Regional trade blocks are agreement among a group of countries to reduce trade barriers like tariff, quota, or other duties while doing trade with each other. International Monetary Fund and World Bank both are international organizations which are founded in 1944 at Bretton Woods Conference in order to foster global economic stability and development. Now we will see some questions. According to theory of comparative advantage, two countries will benefit from trade if one country has absolute advantage in producing all goods. No. Both countries have similar resources endowment. No. Both countries implement high tariff? Absolutely not. Our right answer is B. Each country specializes in producing goods where it has lower opportunity cost. As we have already discussed, we can receive comparative advantage by producing goods at lower opportunity cost. Hexagon theory of trade predict country will export. You can see all option. Right option is A. As we already discussed, according to Hexagon theory, base of trade is abundant and scarcity of resources. For example, if country have abundant of capital, then country will do export of capital intensive goods. That's why our A option is right. Country will most likely to export goods that use relative abundant factor. A tariff is tax on export, subsidy on domestic production, tax on import, quota quantities of goods that can be imported. We mainly impose a tariff on import, so our C option is right. The theory suggests international trade patterns are determined by difference in factor endowment rather than productivity. Factor endowment means how much resources a country have, like labor and capital. As we already discussed, Hexagon theory mainly focus on factor endowment, so our right option is B. According to mint parity theory, what determined exchange rate between two currencies? Relative price of basket of goods in each country. This is true about purchasing power parity theory, not mint parity theory. Based on demand and supply of currency, this is true about balance of payment theory of exchange rate, not mint parity theory. Right option is C. Weight of gold or silver contained in currency. As we already discussed, according to mint parity theory, exchange rate is decided based on weight of gold or silver which contain in currency. So C option is right. Today I just discussed introduction of international economics. In coming days I will make a separate video for each topic with the important MCQ. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.